Hey, look, I know, I get it. You want to start that business, but you ain't got no money. And you've heard time after time you need money to start a business. Or maybe you've heard that you don't need the money to start a business. You've tried, but it always comes back to you need some money in your pocket. Well, today I'm going to teach you exactly how you can start that business with no money. It just takes you creating that money machine. And I'll break it down and show you how. Make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button, share this out with 3 other business owners right now so they can start their business without no money too.
It's just different.
Yeah, you already know what it is. Pure money, baby. I keep a couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract. Watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. Said I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. I said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like my money pure. The bag is secure. Yeah, I like my money pure. I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Come and hang with the gang. Get some free game added to your mainframe. Gotta keep your mind sharp, we gotta maintain. And it's even better when the squad on the same thing. Steady swishing on the competition. We ain't tripping about the opposition. We on a mission and we got a vision. People in need, we believe we got it like I give a couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract. Watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. Said I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. Said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like my money pure. The bag is secure. Yeah, I like my money pure. I like my money pure. I like my money. Been slept on, money never stepped on. We increasing positivity until the stress gone. Satan tried to hold the squad back, but we kept on. We ain't making this up, no Revlon. I ain't trying to make you blush, but this a highlight. We send the high vibes, homie, this a high life. We rising far above the game, that's a flyby. But we still connected to the source, that's that Wi-Fi. Reception, now we answer the call. This squad taking questions and we answer them all. We don't wanna see you fall, we wanna see you ball. We all gon' eat with the peeps, we gon' feed them all. Couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag.
Man, let's stop the music. What's happening, guys? Happy, it's not April 1st anymore. Happy second quarter for most, third quarter for my government contractors. Feel like I haven't been here in a while, but today we're going to be breaking down how you can get that business started with absolutely no money. I don't want to hear the excuses of money being the reason why you're not starting that business today. And I'm going to break down some strategies of how you get that business started on a budget with absolutely no money. And we're going to turn it into a lot of money. I hope I can get it all out today, but I probably won't be able to. And I'm going to need to do a part 2 to this next Tuesday. I've already got it planned for that because I don't want to make this too long. I want to get you guys out of here in an hour. So make sure you're hitting that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this video out with 3 other entrepreneurs so they can find out how to start that business without no dollars as well. Don't be stingy to them. If you're on Instagram and you want to see a bigger view, you can click the link in my profile. Go click on the YouTube tab and it'll bring you over here to YouTube. But before we get started in here, we always like to network. Don't forget, make sure you put down there in the comments where it is that you're tuning in from, because you never know who else will be watching this video live or on a replay. And one thing about business, it's all about working together. So take advantage of that opportunity, as well as don't forget, put I am a millionaire in the chat. Yes, I am a millionaire. It all starts with you. If you don't believe, then we're never going to be able to achieve the things that you want out there in life. So once again, if you're watching on replay or live, make sure you put that I am a millionaire in that chat right after you hit that like button, that subscribe button, and you share this out with 3 other entrepreneurs. Well, let's see who we got in the house today before we start diving in of how to start that business with absolutely no money in your pocket. Let's see what we got. Emerson, Millennium Global Management out in Louisiana. Millionaire in the billion. Let's go. We got my guy Timothy out here in Houston, Texas. TTG in the building. Shout outs to you guys. Crystal out there in Dallas, Texas. What's happening? I always get it. Sorry, I said I always get it out there in Houston, Texas. What's happening with you? Deanna Reed, I hope I said that correctly, out there in Austin, Texas. Look, Texas is just calling me to come. I'm not gonna lie. I guess the majority of my followers and popped up in Texas. Like, I think I may need to just move to Texas. JV Business Group out in San Antonio, Texas. What's happening? Now, I'm not coming to San Antonio. I love all the rest of Texas. I ain't got it's just not that fun to me in San Antonio. But I still love Texas. And, San Antonio ain't that far from other places. But I can't go back to San Antonio. It doesn't cost anything to like this video, y'all. This man is giving out the secret sauce. I appreciate you right there, guys. Once again, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, that share button. I would truly, truly appreciate it. Listen, the Facebook users, I'm sorry. It's not telling me who you are, but I appreciate you for being in the building. I am a millionaire. We got Bricks Logistics, another millionaire in the building. Shout outs to you. Alan, what's happening with you, my brother? Another millionaire in the building. Cash, what's happening? Another millionaire out there in the Las Vegas land. We got another Facebook user with TTG. What's happening with you? What's going on? All right, let's see. I don't think I missed anybody before we dive. Oh, here we go. We got She Pack. I'm a billionaire out in the building. Appreciate you out in Bowie, Maryland, right down the street. Shout outs to you. James, what's going on? James out in North Carolina. I appreciate you guys being here. Once again, make sure y'all hit that like button, that subscribe button, hit that share button. We're going to be diving in, building that business with absolutely no money. Yes, once again, I know we ain't got no dollars like that. Some of us do, but this video ain't for you if you got the dollars. Now, when I first got started out in business, guys, I didn't have no money. I'm not even going to lie to you. I did something key, and I still do it today. I do something, and it's this word called bootstrap. I want you guys to put that in the comment, bootstrap. I need you guys to understand we can bootstrap our way to our freedom. We don't need the money off of other individuals. We don't need loan money. We don't need people to make any investments or anything of that nature. You should be able to bootstrap your way. And once again, I'll be breaking this down in these videos here. It's going to be a 2-part series, but in order for bootstrapping to work, in order for it to work properly, it's all going to start with you. Yes, if we can't get you straight, then it won't matter what I'm talking about when it comes to bootstrapping, because your mind ain't going to be there yet. So what we're going to dive into in order to get you straight and ready to bootstrap is we got to get your money operating system correct. If we don't get your money operating system working, then once again, this whole bootstrapping thing that I'm talking about, it will never, ever work because you won't believe, right? Your mind is going to cheat you out of the success that's sitting right in front of your face. But today, hopefully by the end of this, I can get you to unlearn poverty. Okay, this is a hard thing for me to do. I'm going to get you to unlearn poverty so you can relearn this better information that's going to literally take you to where you want to be in life. All right. So when I say your money operating system, well, we all know what an operating system is, right? Can anybody tell me in the chat, what do you believe an operating system is? Now, we've heard the term multiple times, right? Microsoft, Windows, it's the operating system. Apple, I don't even know what Apple's, they got so many Mac OS, something. It's an operating system, right? But when you really look into the full functioning of an operating system, well, it's a lot of different features for an operating system to work correctly. You got to have a computer. Right? Like the operating system doesn't work without a computer that is in. It's just impossible. You also have to have a program to run the operating system. And once again, the operating system don't work without a program. And the whole operating system is built inside of a software, right? So if you start to put all of these together, you create an entire operating system that a user can go in, and it's friendly and functioning to them with the zeros and ones, and it gives them the output that they like to see. Well, I put money in front of operating system. So in order to get money, I have to create an operating system that works for money. It's really this simple. So now that I know in order to generate money, I just need an operating system, and I don't care about anything else. I just know that the possibilities are there. It will work because all operating systems work when you put the pieces together, right? Now, the thing is, some of you guys out there, I don't know who, okay, but some of you guys are going to have the wrong mindset. Some of you guys will have a noun type mindset, right? You guys can think about capacities that you have. You can concentrate on the abilities that you have when you have a noun mindset. You know, you can accept memory that can come in that will give you ideas, that will allow you to see a new perception. You desire the attention to take action. These people are usually intellectual individuals. These are all people with the noun mindset. Now, the people with the verb type mindsets, they are looking to pay attention to things, right? They always object to something. They will be tempted to watch over somebody else's stuff. They obey and listen. These are people with those verb type mindsets. Now, I have a true false statements for you. I want you guys to type in the chat true or false. There is no wrong answer, but there is. Just say true or false. We were created for success, but we were programmed for failure. Now, I had to read this a couple times because I told you in the beginning, I'm going to have to unprogram some things that you learn so we can reprogram you for success. The entire country programs everybody for failure. I haven't been to a piece of the country in the world. I'm not talking the United States. The United States is really, really big. But I'm talking about the entire world is programmed for failure. The United States is the top of programming everybody for failure. It's called the school system. It's called media. Those two things together constantly programs your mind that you will fail. And here's the icing on the cake. The number one people that program you to fail are your parents. Because guess where they learn their programming from? The school and the media. So if you're learning the same programming that they learn, I already know that you're learning to fail. If your parents didn't come from success. And I don't know what success is for you. You got to figure that part out. Success looks different for everybody. But you know what success looks like. So if your parents did not come from success, then chances are you're learning how to fail. You've been programmed that way. So since we've all said that's true, we already got in our mind like, well, I can't really listen to too many things out here because chances are they're lying to me. Now, in order to fix this, we got to stay away from poverty programming. I mean, if we do not stay away from poverty programming, then you can't move forward. It will literally conform you and keep you broke for the rest of your life. Now, how do you know if you are being programmed for poverty? How do you know if you've been programmed for failure? Well, I like to do this challenge to everybody, and I tell everybody, like you got to look yourself in the mirror, right? Because you can't just say it out loud. Like, I need you to actually look in the mirror so your eyes can see you looking back at yourself. And then you say just this little one line. And it all depends how it comes out of your mouth and then the words that come back into your mind because you're talking to yourself. And I know words and thoughts come back into your mind when I tell you to say this out loud in a mirror standing in front of yourself, that I am a champion. See, most people say it out loud and then the words that come back into their mind, it's like, well, I've never quite done anything that's on a champion level. I could be a champion, but I'm not quite there yet. I'm going to get there. I didn't ask any of that. I just told you to say, I am a champion. Do you ever think that for one moment, Kobe Bryant, when he looked at Michael Jordan and he had in his mind, I'm going to be better than Michael Jordan, and he looked in the mirror at the day that he came into the NBA when he said, I am a champion? He never believed that he was a champion from the day that he started to the day that he was gone. But if you don't believe that you're a champion when you get started, you're never going to get to the champion at the end, because here's the kicker. The same techniques, the same principles that you got to do to be that champion of greatness, you got to get started and do it consistently every single day from day one. The champion is the person that can keep doing the stuff over and over and over and over again. They last longer than everybody else. That's what makes them a champion. So I would encourage you guys this evening, go look in the mirror, ask yourself, say it out loud. I am a champion, and listen to the words that come back into your mind. If you respond with anything negative, we got a lot of programming that we got to do. If your responses come out positive, well, we're on the first path of creating this money system that we need. You have been programmed by everyone for failure. So the odds of you saying something negative will be high. If it comes out negative, just stop this video, go back and watch it, and then try it again. And then every day you're going to keep trying this again until the words change that come back into your mind when I say I am a champion. And then every day that you wake up moving forward after that, you have to look yourself in the mirror and say, I am a champion every day. And then you got to go do the shit like a champion does. Don't just say it in the mirror. You got to produce the shit. You can't just talk about it. And that's when things start to change. Because anybody can say it, but are you actually doing it? Now, here's the kicker, guys. And if you're parents with children, I need you to watch out for this. Once I stated to you that your parents are the ones that are programming you for failure, here's why. The parents program you for failure simply because they want the best that they possibly can do for your life. And anytime that all you want is the best for somebody, you create fear inside of them. Let me give you guys an example. How many of you guys had your parents tell you that you got to be in the house before the street lights come on? I give this example all the time. My mom used to tell me all the time, like, yo, you can ride the bike, you could be outside all day long, but when them street lights come on, if you don't have your behind in this house, you know what's about to happen after that. Now, the question is, why did she tell me to come in the house before the street lights came on? She had the fears instilled in her that crime happens when the street lights come on. When the sun goes down, it's just Crime Nation outside. Well, I can turn on the TV and I see crimes happening in the broad daylight. I mean, I seen 5 people get robbed at the 7-Eleven down the street. The same stuff that happens when the sun is up happens when the sun goes down, and vice versa. But we have these fears that have been instilled in us already that, you know, whenever the sun goes down, it's a problem. And it don't just stop there. I mean, I could just go down the line of all the fears that parents instill in their children. See, here's the kicker. When you are a 2-year-old, and I've watched this too. When you are a 2-year-old, I've watched a kid climb on top of a table and jump off on the floor on top of his head, roll around, cry, and shake it off in 2 seconds and get back up like it never happened. It was the parent that came over and go, oh my God, I can't believe you just did that. And then they scared the kid. But the kid was never scared. They would have never cried if the parent didn't get scared. Because the kid doesn't know what fear is. They learn fear from their parents. Fear and poverty go together. In order to get someone to think on their own, guys, I'm telling you guys this from truth. In order for me to get you to think on your own, to get anybody to think for themselves, I got to do one thing first. I got to make you so angry that you can get past the hypnosis that's been instilled in you. I have to make you so angry that you're sick of conforming the way that they told you to do. So yes, I curse at you guys. Yes, I say things that most people in poverty would say, who the hell does he think he is? Because I got to make you mad or else you'll never listen to anything that I got to say. It's the only way. Now, as I stated, if I can make you angry, I can always make you think. Not the way that I've taught you, not the way that you've learned through the school system, but when I make you angry, your skills come into play. Everything that you know how to do, that you've memorized, you're going to bring out. You may lose techniques of stuff. This is how I used to make people mad in football, and I was the best football player. I would make them so angry that they would lose their technique, and then they would resort back to their skills. And they would start thinking on their own instead of what the coach told them to do. Now, that's dangerous. But when we in a poverty mindset, I'm telling you, majority of the stuff that you know, we got to get rid of. So I really have to piss you off. Now, the question is this. Why be rich as whatever word you want to put in there? I don't care which word you fill in there. But can somebody tell me in the comments, why is it important to be rich? Does anybody have an idea of why you should be rich? And I got one key thing, guys. I mean, it blew my mind because, I heard all of the time money and negativity. When they talk about rich people, all I hear is negative words. And at first, I thought it was bad to be rich. Most times somebody would say something like, oh, he's filthy rich. Well, why does it got to be filthy? Because he got a lot of money. See, the negative word comes on it. Then all of a sudden, since we have a poverty mindset that's been programmed into us already, a negative term came in front of rich and we like that. So we stuck with, well, it's filthy to be rich. So now we started thinking that we shouldn't be rich, right? And once again, you may be telling, Travis, I don't think that way. Well, I can take that back. See, when I go look at all of the politics and whatnot, I look through people's comments and what they're saying. And, everybody is saying, hey, I need Joe Biden to tax the rich because they make more money than me. I like that plan. All of a sudden, I want everybody else's pockets to be empty. They got all of this filthy money. They got more than enough money. They got too much money. They filthy rich. Now, they do got a lot of money. I ain't going to act like they ain't got a lot of money, but I'm trying to get the type of money that they got too. So you think I'm about to call myself filthy when I get that type of money? I got to be crazy if I would say something like that. And that's what you're saying out your mouth. And we got to stop it. Because if you keep saying those words, you never get what you want. To be rich as or whatever. You notice I ain't got no negative word in front of rich. It's all positivity over here. Now I'm going to tell you guys why it's important that you be rich. Well, let's see what we got. To live without a buck, you out of luck. I like that one. Without a buck, you show enough out of luck. But here's another kicker too. You technically don't need any money to live. We created all of that. You could technically, grow your own stuff and There's tons of people out here who will give you land for free. You know, they'll donate it to you. There's options out here. You really don't need money. But I do feel you, because you're just making it harder for yourself if you ain't got no money. So we going to go get some money. To be poor is a bumbleclot sin. You know, that is funny. I'm laughing about that. But to be poor is a sin. And I'm glad you said that, because this is going to break down what I learned of why we got to be rich. I want y'all to remember that. To be poor is a bumbleclot sin. I wish I could like ping or pin the comment at the top or something. Matter of fact, you know what? I think I can come over to my actual Instagram. Yeah, let me pin that up. Yeah, I was on my Instagram. Let me pin that to the top of Instagram. So we can live how we choose and leave wealth to pass down. I like that. But here's the kicker. When I learned this, it changed my whole perspective to being rich. And it was just this simple. You please God. The simple answer of why to be rich is because you're going to please God when you become rich. I mean, everywhere I looked in the Bible, he rewards you in riches for following directions. And when you sin and don't do what he asks you to do, he gives you poverty. Well, wait a minute. Ain't on money, in the back of every single piece of money, it says, "In God we trust." Don't, when you go in the court system, you put your hand on the Bible and you swear that you shall not lie? Don't every time you go in the school system and stuff, they tell you the Pledge of Allegiance? Why is everybody talking to God about a system? But then they program it differently. God is on top of everything. Now, once again, I'm not saying that it got to be God, whatever your religion is of a higher power. That's what I'm talking about when I talk God. Because I've been lied to so many times, I don't know what the image looked like of him. I just know it's a higher power out here. And if you call him God, cool. If you call him Allah or whatever, cool with that too. But whatever that higher power is, you're going to please him if you get rich. Because they wrote it. I've never read anywhere, any piece of it, that he's asking you not to get rich. Now, you may be saying, well, Travis, he didn't say get rich, did he? Well, he promised all of us that we would be rich. Read it. He didn't just say it. He promised it. Each and every person would be rich. Now, how could he have promised that each and every person be rich? Because I know he didn't write it like, I promise that every person would be rich. And the Bible is a very hard thing to read. I'm not going to act like it ain't. It's extremely hard to be rich. But here's the kicker. Did you guys know that King Solomon was the wealthiest man on earth? Put a me in the chat if you guys know that King Solomon is the wealthiest man on earth. I mean, wealthier than anybody else that you could think of at this moment right now. Ain't nobody ever in the history of life make more money than King Solomon did. And I'm already going to tell you, it could be some people out there, they be talking like Black history and some book that they read about some king or something. Listen. They always say things got started through the higher power, whatever you call it. Everything got started there, right? So if there's a book about that, that means that that's where everything started. Life started in this book. Well, the principles of how to move and function in the world is sitting in this book right here, but people often just leave it by, or they wait for the pastor to explain things to them in his perception. When I'm telling you, the way to walk is literally in this book. How do I know this is true too? Well, evil people make a lot of money, whether you guys know that or not. Evil people make a lot of money because the book didn't say that you have to believe in him. The book said follow these principles. If you follow these principles, you will get rich. But bad people get rich and good people get rich because the principles are the principles. So I don't need to listen to anybody else about anything else. I just need to read what it told me. And it told me that King Solomon is the wealthiest man on this earth. Well, how did King Solomon get his wealth? Well, I believe that God said, well, Solomon, you can ask me for anything that you want. I'll give you anything that you want. He could have asked for all the money in the world, but he didn't. He just asked for wisdom. And if you possess wisdom, you will get wealth. Wealth and wisdom, they go together. They running mates. I read it in the book. The wiser you get, the wealthier you get. But if you don't seek wisdom, you'll never get the wealth. Most people don't seek wisdom. They want to be given the wisdom. They want to be handed the wisdom. But you got to go seek it. And when you seek the wisdom, in return, the man upstairs gives you everything that you need. This thing called wealth. Now, before I get into the next pieces of this, I want to show you guys what a poverty mindset looks like. Now, I went on Instagram a little earlier, and I had this post here. Would you quit with $69,000 in cash? A Kentucky lady won the lottery, winning $90,000 on a scratch off at a gas station. After taxes, she received $64,000. She quit her job. Everybody in the comments is saying, well, she's stupid. Now, I made this comment here. Now, I may have had some typos, but that's okay. I said, it depends on her job. Kentucky at $64K after taxes, well, that may be 3 years of workers' pay. That's 365 days to get paid every year. So for 3 years, in order to get $64,000, according to my math, I don't really know this lady or what she do, but based off the median income, it's 3 years. Well, when I really went back to look at it, it was 2 years. The median income in Kentucky was like $52,000. Well, $52,000 after taxes is going to put you around $32,000, $33,000 a year. So if it's at $33,000 a year, I multiply that by 2. She got enough money to last her 2 years. That's 365 days multiplied by 2. That's 2,080 hours worth of work multiplied by 2. She just bought back her time. So I could see why she could quit work knowing she now has something called time. But see, poverty people don't respect time. Poverty people think time and money are equal, and money isn't of abundance. I mean, time isn't of abundance. All of our time is going to run out. I don't know when it's going to run out. Some people's time run out a whole lot earlier than other people's time. But money, I've never seen money run out. Money is just of abundance. This is everywhere I look at. Now look at all these comments. Now, most people are not rationing that over a long time period like that. She will probably upgrade some things and pay bills and trick it off. There goes their poverty mindset. They don't even know this lady, but they know her skin color. And they know the stats that have been taught to us. They know what's been programmed of poverty, so they say it out of their mouth. They can't even see themselves in this type of situation. Here you go. $64K a year, that's barely a year's salary. Well, see, she don't understand after taxes. She's looking at $64K raw money. Nobody gets paid $64K raw money if that's your salary. If you get $50K raw money, that's not your salary. See, that's that poverty mindset all over again. You don't even know how much money you really make when you say, I want to make $80,000 a year. They tax you before you even get to see a paycheck. Just look at it. And stop lying to yourself. Don't look at the 80,000. Look at the actual money that you bring in and then calculate that up and tell me how much you make every year. And then once you pay your mortgage and your car note, these are things that you got to pay, whether it's rent, mortgage, car, gas, you got to pay this stuff. Healthcare, You can't even live without health care. Take all of that out and then tell me how much you make. But you over here complaining about a lady that got $64K of raw money. And she got it like right now. She didn't have to work 8 hours every day to get paid $280 a day, not an hour, $280 a day that they're taking 33% out of. She got all this right now. But she over here telling me it's barely a year's salary. Duh. I live in Kentucky. She ain't making it. Do you live with this lady? Because I'm confused. How do you know what this lady can do? Now, I simply said the average salary in Kentucky is $52K. That's around $32K. That's 2 years of pay. Nobody is factoring in that she gets 2 years of time. She no longer needs to work 2,080 hours to get $32K a year. If you can't see, well, hell, I don't know what else to tell you. And then I simply said this one. I don't know what a person may do, but the possibility of changing her life for the best and not living up to be a statistic is there. So I would rather promote the positive possibilities for what people could do instead of counting them out before they even get started, because I don't even know this lady. But see, all the poverty broke mindsets, they just keep constantly focusing on the negative stuff. That's what a poverty mindset looks like. How many of y'all?
Just different.
How many of y'all can see that poverty mindset right there? Put a me in the chat if you can see what poverty looks like. And again, I don't know none of these people personally. I could just tell you based off words that come out of their mouth, based off the statistics that they was talking about in that comment right there, since they want to point out statistics based off the words that come out of their mouth. They're the poverty statistics. And I don't feel bad saying it. I told you I got to make somebody mad today. I don't know who I'm going to piss off today, but hopefully it's you. Because if I piss you off, that means you're going to listen. So now that we know what a poverty mindset looks like, well, I want you guys to write these two down. Proverbs 10:2 and 10:4. It's very important. Because I told you guys, this book told us that if we became wise, we would get riches. Wealth and wisdom go together. This is also the book that starts everything. I don't care about what the tax man wrote. I don't care about what I teach y'all in government contract. I don't care what anybody else in this world teaches. They said that the world got started with the foundation of God, and there's a Bible that has all of his words in it. Now, of course, there's a bunch of different copies, but I'm telling you, if there's any book that teaches you how to start, it's this one. But you got to read the words. You got to really pay attention to what is being said without emotions and just understand that it's telling you principles of how to walk and talk daily. And in return, since you follow the principles, you will get rich. Proverbs 10:2. You will realize, matter of fact, let me just switch the screen here. Let me come back over here. Proverbs 10:2. Let's see what it talks about. Treasures gained by wickedness do not profit, but righteousness delivers from death. What does this mean to me? Well, if you lazy, you don't get paid. See, this is what I mean, that you got to read it and you got to see the principles that it's telling you. Because see, when you read this stuff, man, it was so violent back then. When you read this stuff, you may be thinking wickedness. Man, well, wickedness is like death. This is voodoo or something. No, it's just being lazy. Being lazy is wicked. When you be lazy, you do not profit. I mean, that's what I just seen. It's that simple, because he put treasures in the beginning. Well, treasures is money. Treasures is gold. Treasures is anything of value. And to get it through laziness, you don't succeed. So that's Proverbs 10:2. Then I said, look at Proverbs 10:4. He who has a slack hand becomes poor, but the hand of the diligent makes riches. Wait a minute. If I read that correctly, when I used to say people are filthy rich, and all the negative terms that I used to think of the rich, come to find out he's actually protected you. You don't even have to worry about the negative terms that people say. All you got to do is be diligent, and in return, he will protect you and make you rich. Any negative comment that comes from people, just let it roll off your shoulder. Chargebacks from people, who gives a fuck? You know, people complaining, I don't care. Am I delivering? Am I giving the wisdom that he gave me back to the people? Am I serving the people how he asked me to do? If I am walking in my truth, he got me covered. You may charge back and get $5,000 back plus the Stripe fee that most people don't even realize, all these fees that you get these businesses when you do these charges. You may do all of that. You may get your money back. But in return, he's going to bring you another client that gives you $15,000. So that wipes out the $5,000 loss plus the Stripes fee for the chargeback. And you got extra $11,000, extra $9,000, whatever it is, it'll be more than the 5 was. Because he wrote in here that he will protect you. It's really that simple, guys. I'm not making this stuff up.
It's just different.
Once again, this is just all stuff that I read. I love reading. Well, I don't love reading. I hate reading. But reading sets you free. Psalms chapter 1. And this is going to be the last verse that I give you guys tonight. Because these are so important, it changed my mind. And once again, I'm not telling you guys that you got to walk. Look, I'm just telling you these directions. I'm nobody's judge, jury, or executioner. You can believe whatever you want. This is what helped change my mindset. Psalms 1. Blessed is the one who does not walk in step with the wicked, or stand in the way that sinners take or sit in the company of mockers. Wait a minute. Blessed is the one who does not. Well, if you walk in step with the wicked, which we already know wicked is the lazy. So if you sit your ass down and play video games all day with people who don't play video games, you are walking and stepping with the wicked. If you hang out with people that go shopping all day and they spend money on credit cards and then they complain that, you know, the economy ain't working for them, that the president didn't do X, Y, and Z for them and all these parties, well, you are sitting and you're walking with the wicked. And he's telling you, we don't give you riches. We put you in poverty for that. So these 3 right there should let you know right now, we're going to remove any negativity that is associated with being rich. And we only going to think positive about it. That is the key step to starting our money machine. If you don't fix this mindset problem first, everything else is broken. Now, move this back over here.
It's just different.
How many of you guys are picking up what I'm putting down so far? Drop a fire emoji in the chat if you're picking up what I'm putting down. If you guys got any questions throughout the time, you can drop them in the chat. We're going to get back there. I'm going to try to finish this up. Let me see how many more that I got. I see this went a little longer than what I thought, man. All right, we only got a couple. Ooh, I lied about that. All right, man, maybe I can finish this up in another 30 minutes. Make sure y'all hitting that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button. Put this out to 3 other entrepreneurs and business owners so they can learn how to make this money system, guys. Once again, it starts with the mind. If I can't get the mind right, we can't get the money right. And this ain't no cliche shit. This is the truth. If I don't start getting you to change the terminology about being rich, you'll never get there. Here's the other kicker, guys. I don't know if y'all know this or not, but this universe that we're a part of is abundant. I mean, they got every resource that you got in. I don't care what the environmental people are talking about, that our ozone is messed up, and they showing in California and Florida how the edge of the cliff is coming in. Listen, as long as I'm here on this earth, the United States ain't crumbling nowhere. I don't know what's going to happen 10,000 years from now. Guess what? I also don't care. But I know the amount of time that the man going to get me up here on this earth at this moment, the United States and the rest of the world ain't going nowhere. The pollution in the air ain't going to kill everybody. So I don't have time to think about the lack of abundance when I understand that the man upstairs already gave us everything that we need. It's all sitting right here in this universe that we live in. I don't care if you live in America, if you live in Africa, if you live in London, if you live in Japan, it don't matter. He gave everywhere abundance. But if you don't believe it, once again, you're not going to get what you want. Also, not only is this universe full of abundance, it's constantly expanding. The smarter people get, the more things that they create. I mean, it's an amazing time to be alive. Things are moving at a rate of speed that we've never seen before. Our ancestors never seen things getting created so quickly because the man upstairs is delivering on people who are wise. It's that simple. Now, I got some true or false statements for you guys. Once again, put true or false in the comments. True or false? Why did that come out like that? I gotta fix that real quick. I don't like looking at nasty. Sorry, guys. That's just me. Okay, let me change that real quick. That's the tech in me. True or false? It's easier to make a lot of money than a little bit of money. True or false? Put that in the comments. I had to read that a couple times because the more I started thinking about this stuff, the more my perspective of life started to change. Here's the kicker. I showed you guys the poverty mindset. I showed you how a person commented that $64,000 is a year's salary. So according to that individual, I have to work 365 days a year in order to see $64,000. Well, that takes a lot of time for a little bit of money. This lady scratched off a ticket and won $64,000 with a scratch off ticket. It may have took 5 seconds to scratch it off. Maybe she's slow, so we'll give it a full minute. She made $64,000 in a minute. Now, I don't know how many tickets she's been scratching, but I'm telling you that $64,000 transaction happened in just 1 minute. So then it's which one was easier to make? The $64,000 with a scratch off ticket, or the $64,000 waking up every day at 8 o'clock in the morning, driving to a place that you don't want to do, listen to a boss that yells at you, make sure that your check is coming on time on the 15th and the 31st, every Friday that you get, make sure that you covered all of your bills and whatnot. And you just keep this repeat recycle going all over again, all throughout the year. That sounds pretty hard to me. Once again, it's easier to make a lot of bit of money than a little bit of money. But most people focus on a little bit of money. Why? Because we got taught. It taught us to stay in poverty. You stay in poverty making a little bit of money over a long period of time. They don't want to teach you to make a lot of bit of money over a shorter period of time. It changes the game up when you start to realize that. Rich people, guys, I want you guys to understand this. Rich people will always take that lot of bit of money that they make, and guess what? They will put it into things that they believe in. Why would they take their money and put it into things that they believe in? See, I'm telling y'all this because you say you ain't got no money to start your business. Well, let me tell you, whatever your business is, whatever you're trying to do, is somebody rich out here who, that's their mission. That's what they stand up for. But you just haven't went to go seek them yet. You being lazy. You know what I'm saying? Like the man upstairs showed you. I showed you right there in the passages. You being lazy, you not going to go seek the person that got your riches. So I'm telling you right now, there's a rich person on this universe right now that whatever it is that you want to do, that they've already conquered and crushed it. And it's multiple of them too. It ain't just one. See, when you find these rich people, they will always invest in what they believe in, because they went out and did something about it. And instead of poor people, they only go out there and talk about things that they can do nothing about. See the difference between the rich mindset and the poor mindset? I just showed you. The poor people love talking about the things that they can do absolutely nothing about. The rich people take their money and they do stuff about things. But they only do stuff about the things that they care about. Not the stuff that you care about. See the difference? And they get to do that because they made all the money. True or false? It's easier to make great strides than small strides. Put it in the comments. True or false? Well, I don't know how many people I done seen talking about, I'm going to work my way up. Who are you now? You going to work your way up to somebody else's system. Well, how long does it take you to work your way up the ladder? When you could have started a business today, and the business could do better than the business that you was working for. But you decided to work your way up the ladder. Now, I ain't tell you to leave the business that you work for right now, but you could do both at the same time. You could stop being lazy and making excuses. But I'm telling you right now, a great stride is 10 times more easier than a small advancement. You can make great strides with one government contract, or you can make small advancements with a bunch of paychecks. The choice is yours. I don't need to make these decisions for you. The last, true or false? You can make up and leverage what you lack in skill. Ooh. And guys, we almost done with this one because this is where I needed to leave us off right here with this one. True or false? You can make up and leverage what you lack in skill. Well, some people may be thinking, well, Travis, again, I need the money so I can start my business. I need the money. I need the resources so I can do X, Y, and Z. Well, here's the thing, guys. When I got started out in business and I started rolling this thing and really understanding the power of business, well, I realized it never asked Travis to do the business. See, I had that poverty mindset again. Everything was about me. Everything was about what I can do, what I've learned, what my hands could work on. And trust me, I talk to people every day, guys. I coach a lot of people. I just don't put the shit on the internet all the time. I coach a lot of business owners. And every single one of them are always focused on all of their skills and what they can do. And I have to keep bashing them over and over again because it's a long process for me to get you to unlearn the poverty program that's been taught to you all of your life, from your parents to your grandparents to your aunt, your uncle, even the teacher that was on the board. So for me to just say it to you one time, it don't click in. I have to constantly drill in their head. You thinking about what you could do again. You thinking about what you can do again. When you must understand that leverage. Somebody type leverage in the chat. I really need y'all to understand this. That word leverage may be the most important aspect of going real fast. If you don't utilize leverage, it's guaranteed that you're going to go real slow. You're going to be stuck in poverty because you have not utilized leverage yet. Now, since you understand that leverage is that powerful, here's the key to your money system, guys. This is the number one key to making a money system flow for you like no other. I told you the mindset. Well, the number one key is the mindset. If we can get your mind right, we can now come back to leverage. But if I can't get your mind to think and operate like this, you'll never understand the definition of leverage and how to use it. Especially our black men. And I hate to say it, but we've been programmed as a black man. You got to be the strongest person in this world. You got to deliver everything with your hands. You got to show strength at all times. And that makes you not ask questions, not ask for help, not seek assistance, not utilize leverage because you want to be the strong one. That's that poverty mindset. The key to all of this, guys, to make this bad boy work. Again, the mindset is there. But if you would spend more time looking for leverage than looking for money, then Pandora's box will open up for you. How many of you guys understand what I said right there? Put a fire emoji in the chat if you understand that line that I said. If you spend more time looking for leverage than looking for money, you'll get to success 10 times faster. You'll create a money machine 10 times faster. You will get all of your wealth 10 times faster. But if you keep chasing the money, if you keep looking for the money in everything that you do, I can guarantee like you're going to get money real slow. Now, what do I mean by things of leverage? You know, I gave an example in my Instagram story today, and I hope Trey takes the information that I shared and run with it because he has some leverage that he can use like no other. That Pure Money song that y'all hear playing every single time that I open up a YouTube video, that was Trey. He loves music, but just like every other music person, he wants to create an album because that's how we've been taught to get into the music industry. Well, we've also been taught everybody don't make it in the music industry. So 9 times out of 10, when he tells somebody about his music, guess what? They gonna say he ain't gonna make it. Hell, when he told me about music, I go, man, hey, look, let that music shit go. Until he made this song. He made that Pure Money song and sent it to me. I didn't ask him for it not one time. He made it. He sent it to me. And he said, you can have it. It's yours. Didn't ask me for $1 in return. He said, look, this is what I like to do. It's yours. You can do as you want with it. Wait a minute. Every person on the internet that I see that's an influencer or making podcasts or whatnot, every one of them, I am for sure. Now, maybe it ain't going to be everyone, but it'll be a large percentage. If they had a custom jingle for their community, audience, crowd, their craft, they'll pay for that. So I just told them, hey, why don't you go find 5, 6 top influencers that got a community of people that are making other influencers? And then guess what? If you make the song just like you did for me, for them, and you just give it to them, guess what they're probably going to do just like me? They're going to put it on top of every one of the pieces of their content. You just leveraged your skill of making music, and you don't have to worry about sales and marketing. You don't have to worry about finding a community. You don't have to worry about explaining jingles to people. You don't have to worry about people laughing and talking about you ain't going to make it in the music industry. Why? Because you found the entrepreneurs and business owners that you can leverage your skill set with. You can leverage the art of making music and let them do the rest. And they'll do it. Just like I play the song every time and I tell y'all Trey made the song. I make a post like every quarter and tell y'all go download Pure Money song. Like, I'm doing the marketing. I get people under the comments of all the videos. That song is fire. Where do I get it from? I'm doing the selling for him. He's leveraging his voice. Every one of y'all got a voice to leverage. But the poverty people told you that you don't. And hopefully we can get that changed. Now, in order to ultimately get this thing changed, we got to get to part 2 next Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. We will be here tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Eastern and Thursday, but tomorrow we'll be going over government contracting, and Thursday we will be diving into our SB money flow. So make sure that you guys are hitting that like button, hit that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on this. This will be saved on our YouTube channel under the Dollars to Cents podcast. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. You guys can go back and watch that replay, as well as we got tons and tons of other videos right there that you guys can get educated on sitting right on YouTube. But if you guys really, really want to start to change this poverty mindset, I'm telling you guys right now, okay, you need to join the Pure Money community. Now you may be asking, how do I join the Pure Money community? Well, you go to dollarstocents.com. All right. Once you get to the dollarstocents.com, and I'll go ahead and throw it in the chat as well. Once you get to dollarstocents.com, go ahead, click here on community. You'll be here completely for free. That'll drop you inside of our community. Now, I've been bringing on a team for the last couple of weeks. We got a lot of amazing things that are coming down the pipeline that will be out soon. So once again, join the community so you guys do not miss out on that. That is $2.cents.com. You can also find a link to my other YouTube videos in the channels. And if you guys would like me to do an interview, or if you would like to be interviewed, you got a product or anything to sell, by all means, you can come right here to contact us. Click right here, fill out the information. I absolutely do not mind bringing solid people to the platform, not lazy people, solid people to the platform and sharing them with my audience. But I ain't like everybody else. That's why y'all only see me up here solo dolo. I vet everybody. I'm not just interviewing anybody. I just honestly don't trust everybody. So, yep, before you get on anything right here, if it's a business thing that you want to do and sell to my audience, I'm going to vet you first, because we don't allow, scammers and stuff to walk over here. But once again, if you guys have questions, or you would like to be on the podcast to ask your question, because sometimes we can't type it out correctly, you can come right here and make that happen anytime we go live. You can click on ask your question live, and it'll bring you right on to here so we can make that happen. Outside of that, let me double check, see if I got any questions in here. He said, you just gave me an idea. Hold on, let me switch this screen back. See, we got the fire emoji. Say, no, don't stop. I got to stop. We done went too long. Just gave me an idea. That's my guy in the deer, man. It's a great guy right there in the deer. I appreciate you for being here, my brother. Also, if you guys have not gotten into our clubhouse in the morning, we go live every morning, Monday through Friday, 8:35 a.m. Eastern time zone, working with this mindset. It's our affirmations and gratitude every morning there. I would highly, highly advise you, if you need some help working on that mindset, you need to get over into our clubhouse room. I'm also going to put that on travisknows.com this evening, the link to get to clubhouse, and I will put it inside of the community chat. So those of you that want to get there in the morning, it will be in our community. Once again, I showed you how to get to that community, dollarstocents.com. It's a lot of stuff right here. I hope, I don't know if you guys asked any questions or not. There's a lot of comments here. Ran my first load as an owner operator today. Hey, congratulations, Louie. That's what I'm talking about. Now it's time to make that money. Now, this is one thing with the truck drivers, okay? How can I say this? It's a process too. You've been taught how to drive that truck. Look, this is one key thing that I picked up over my time. Like, I'm in the trucking industry. I can get contracts for trucks. And people ask me all the time, well, Travis, why didn't you learn how to go drive a truck? Like, why don't you have your CDLs? Well, here's the kicker. If I went and got my CDLs, guess what the hell I was going to do? Drive the truck. Without me having my CDLs, what does it force me to do? Leverage. I got to leverage truck drivers. See, I can still get in the trucking business. The trucking business never asked me to drive the truck. It said create the operating system to a trucking business and you can have a truck, a trucking business running and operating. But the minute you get that CDL, every single person I know with a CDL, the first thing they do is go hop behind the wheel of the truck. And once you hop behind the wheel of the truck and you start driving the truck, you stuck. It just won't start to factor in. You can't go get another truck because you can't meet drivers. You don't have time to go meet drivers. You can't do more because you don't have time. So I would just advise all my truck drivers out there, and it ain't everybody. I told y'all, man, I just taught, most people don't listen. That's why we ain't, growing as fast as others, because I don't have time to lie to y'all and give y'all this false belief on stuff. Nothing about my life was lucky. Ain't nothing lucky about anybody else's life. I didn't pray to God and, it just happened and fell into my lap. I'm showing y'all how I'm reading the passages and then taking action on the principles. I'm not praying to him and just saying, man, I just pray it all works out. Hell no, that ain't how that works. None of this stuff is lucky. It's you taking the action to make it happen. That's it. Will there be bumps and hurdles along the way? Absolutely. That's when you ask the man upstairs, give me the power that I need when I wake up tomorrow to get over this hurdle that's about to come. I know the shit's coming. I just need the strength for the actions I'm about to take to get over it. But I'm going to take the actions. I'm not just about to sit on the couch and just, be lazy, because I know what happens with laziness. And I know I went on a little tangent right there, but the truck drivers, man, y'all got a tough mindset. And it ain't just y'all either. Hell, anybody at work right now, it's a tough mindset, especially, they think that I'm telling them to leave their job. I never told you to leave the job, but I told you better start this business. You can start the business and work at the same time. Guess what you're going to have to do? Sacrifice that time that you used to come home and scratch your balls all day. You can't do that now. We got work to do. You may only get 4 hours of sleep. But the faster that you start leveraging other people, the faster you can get rid of that job and get your time back. And now you can just go full time creating your own money operating system. It's that easy. But if you don't use leverage, you don't get those results. That's why I told you guys, leverage is the number one word. The mind is first, and then I need you to start to understand leverage. Everybody is leveraging you at work, whether you know it or not. That's why they paid your ass $64,000 a year. They leverage you for 8 hours a day, and in return, for $64,000 a year, they're billing a customer $190,000, $200,000. Hell, I don't know what problem you fix it for $64,000, but I can guarantee the problem that you fix it for $64,000 don't cost $64,000. Like, they not billing the customer $64,000. It's way more than that. They leverage you. You was the fool that they leveraged. And I leverage fools all the time. And I don't mind saying it because I can just go pick up another fool every day. And I love my employees. I actually take care of my employees better than anybody else. I try to give them bonuses, all of that stuff, because I love them that much. But I got to tell them the truth. I know they ain't going nowhere anyways. They don't have a passion to start a business. Everybody ain't for this. That's why I'm not talking to everybody. I'm talking to the ones that want to create the business. If you are that person that wants to create the business and the jobs, that's the mindset that you're going to have. If you don't have the mindset, it just don't work. And it's that simple. All right, guys. Once again, next Tuesday, 8:30 p.m., we'll go into part 2 of this. I couldn't get it all done today, which I figured I wasn't going to be able to get it all done today. I actually went a little longer than what I was supposed to. Try to get you guys out of here in an hour. With 8 minutes over. So I think I did pretty good. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me today. Once again, make sure you guys are hitting that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button. I got to catch up with Nightcap and Club Shake. Nah, that's crazy. That would be crazy if I did catch up to him. But, this government contract and the business thing is too boring. We don't do gossip over here. We just do straight business and the truth. But with your support, we are continuing to grow the channel. So I ask you guys to make sure you keep sharing each and every video that you seem valuable to you. Share it out with somebody else, and I'm pretty sure that they will see it as value too. Once again, I love you all. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. Follow me on Instagram as well. Let me put this QR code up here. You could take a screenshot of it, man. Take a screenshot of the live today. Tell somebody else you want to jump on this bad boy. But if you want to follow me on Instagram, by all means, make sure you scan that QR code right there, and you'll be able to follow me on Instagram, or just go to official Travis Davis on Instagram. And once again, if you would like to follow me on YouTube and get all of the videos that we put up there, you can take a screenshot of that as well and find me on YouTube. And last but not least, if you ever want to find anything that I got going on, just visit travisknows.com. I don't care how you spell nose, just put an S on the end and you'll see everything that we got right here, from accessing funding to getting QuickBooks to getting your Amex card. And most importantly, man, if y'all really want to take your game up to another level and leverage, man, Connie's Systems in a Day workshop. You know, I teach you guys about marketing, and I got the platforms to help you build out your systems and workflows. But if you don't know how to write your systems out, it makes it harder for everything else. So I highly advise you guys, check out Connie's Systems in a Day workshop. Put Pure Money in the checkout code, and you'll get $100 off. But she's actually doing an in-person workshop. I need to change this link. This one went to the old one. So I'll get her new link for her in-person workshop that is coming up in April. Matter of fact, let me check these text messages real quick. She just told me. Yeah, so she has a workshop coming up in April that I have actually, I'll be paying for half of the workshop for anybody who decides to join. That's April 20th through the 21st in Atlanta. Okay, so if you guys decide to do that and you put in the code Pure Money, we'll get half of that covered by me. And you'll be in the, well, you could choose from the VIP or the general side. Either way, whichever one you go with, rock out with, put that Pure Money in there, and I got you. You feel me? I got you. I'll put that link up here in the next hour and a half. So give me a second so I can get the right link. I'll place that on there if you guys want to check out that Systems in the Day workshop live that will be in Atlanta. Let me double check that. I believe that will be in Atlanta on April 20th or 21st. Or it could be on the internet. Heard about that now? The April System in the Day workshop. Okay, yeah. I don't know if it's actually in person or on the internet. I think it's in person April 20th through the 21st, and it's going to probably 9 times out of 10 be in Atlanta. But I'll get that up there for you guys a little later on. Check that out. Once again, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me today. I love you all. Have a blessed night, and I'll see you guys back here tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. Stay blessed.